What's good, everyone? My name is Junior Senpai. Welcome back to Senpai FGC. As you guys can see, we're playing some Street Fighter V today, and I wanted to show you guys the very basics or an introduction of like how to get up and going in Street Fighter V, the basics and the approach that I take when learning a new character or learning at all in this game. And yeah, it's just to get you guys on the way. I am not very good at Street Fighter. Street Fighter is not the main game I play by any means, but if I can give any kind of advice to at least get your foot in the door and get you started to having fun with the game, I'm going to try to do that here. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is choose a character that we want to learn. I'm going to pick a character I don't know how to play or don't know anything about and kind of give you guys the tips or advice I would use to at least get started and, as I said, get on your way. This isn't like a super in-depth beginner tutorial. This is just the things I do and the things I look for. So let's pick a character. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, a character that has looked mighty appealing would be someone like Gil, or maybe Seth is a very interesting character, Sagat as well. All kind of sort of ranging in the Shoto. I'll play a Zoner character maybe. I'm thinking about doing Poison. Zoners are not something I particularly do ever, so I figured this would be a good example. Let's see what kind of costumes we get. Oh, hell yeah. Alright, so we're going to be rocking out with Poison. As I said, Zoners are not a type of character I use really ever. So, as I said, I'm just going to give you guys the basics of what I look for when I get started. Alright guys, so I'm kind of having a rough time making this video, but we're going to persist anyway. So I have Poison in training mode in her costume. She looks super sick. Starting off, you want to observe your normals, meaning your light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, medium kick, and heavy kick. Obviously, we'll be observing a bit more than that, but starting with that is pretty good. So we can safely assume that your jab and potentially even your medium punch are going to be plus on hit or plus on block. It's an assumption because this won't be the same for everyone, but at least your jab will likely be plus on hit or block. Above and beyond that, your heavy punch will probably be very minus on block, but maybe not so much on hit. Obviously, Poison's is good for spacing. Moving on to light kick. Light kick seems like a quick check that you can do with, you know, halfway okay range and is a quick move to get off. And then medium kick, this seems good for potential space control at like somewhat close range. It seems about as good as maybe like a Karen medium kick. So something to consider the spacing on it and playing with that range. Heavy kick, however, this is I honestly don't know what this move is good for. After that would be your crouching normal, so crouching light punch, crouching medium punch, and crouching heavy punch. With that said, just looking at the animations, I could probably assume my crouching medium punch is an anti-air. Anti-airs are also something very good to observe for. Your character might have multiple, or it might just have one main one, or you might just have to anti-air with jab for all I know for your character. Obviously note what they seem good for in what situations. Obviously I saw my crouching heavy punch. This is a good long range sweep. After that is obviously your crouching light kick, medium kick, and heavy kick. Heavy kick is going to be your sweep, so maybe if you're not so good or new to meaties, this might be a good option for you for practicing your meaties. After that, crouching medium kick seems like a good low spacing ability and low spacing attack. Seems halfway not bad. After your normals, you would like to probably look at your unique attacks. If I didn't already say this, frame data isn't necessary initially as far as just getting started. If you do want to learn this, however, you're only served to benefit from it, and I would recommend personally taking notes. I always take notes on every fighting game character I learn, just about. Karen is like the one exception to that. So if you look at your unique attacks, Poison doesn't have a whole lot, and they're all based around the air. So we know that I have a jumping forward heavy punch, so if I jump forward and do forward heavy punch, it's a unique attack, maybe good for something like air to air. And then I also have abilities like medium punch and heavy punch, or medium punch and forward heavy punch, but these are exclusively air-to-air options. They don't come out if I don't hit. Your character might have a lot more unique attacks than Poison does, which is very likely normal and very likely going to happen. Kind of doubling back, I want to talk about air normals a bit. So Every character has different normals in the air. Observing what they are and what they might do or and what they might be good for is very good. You only need to look for 3 things more or less, and maybe not even the full 3. Is a cross-up button, which for poison is jumping light kick. You can observe this by just jumping over your opponent and like barely like clipping on them on the other side and timing a normal. Nothing else hits out of what I'm aware other than jumping light kick. So after that would be an air-to-air button, which we've gone over as medium into heavy or medium into forward heavy for poison. And then we'd want to observe a jump in button, which for poison is, I believe, jumping heavy kick. This seems like a good jump in button for like a combo starter or something like that. Additionally, it's not a bad idea to take a look at walk speed or maybe your jump arc or something like that. I think, in fact, I know every character's walk speed is probably a bit different. I don't know, however, about jump arc, how different that is from one character to another. But something to consider is the speed and movement of your character, and if they have movement options in their kit. As far as poison is concerned, I have looked at frame data. As I said, you don't have to, but I know moving on to special moves that all poison special moves are unsafe on block. EXing these abilities changes the properties of them, so it'll likely change the frame data as well. So going into your command list and looking at special moves, these are tied around your V triggers, but your basic special moves are going to look more or less like this. So poison has a quarter circle forward punch, a quarter circle back punch, quarter circle forward kick, and a quarter circle back kick. Something else to observe is your V skill and V trigger. I don't have the fullest understanding of these mechanics. I know that people use a V trigger as a cancel to continue their combo or keep their damage going or reset their combo or something like that. Something tied to combo. It's also used as a reaction tool. People's V triggers are going to be different. As you guys saw, using V trigger, after using V trigger, is a Molotov. I chuck a Molotov, and I know this move because I've heard about it time and time again. That is actually very good. So now, moving on, observe what your V skill does. Well, I do a fucking Spider-Man swing. That's pretty rad. That might be good for dodging projectiles and getting some kind of funky jump in. And I seem to get some kind of combo if it hits off of heavy kick. So obviously observe that, what they do. You can make assumptions of what your character's V skill and V trigger might be good for, and just kind of play around with it. So if I do this, cancel, Molotov, you know, there's ideas. Okay, so it said in the command list that if I hold back and heavy punch plus heavy kick, I kind of chuck the Molotov upwards, which might be good for some Okier setups. That might be pretty good for this character. So all things to consider. So now that we've roughly learned our moves, something else you can do above and beyond this is potentially do trials, or maybe not even do them, but at least take a glance at them. Or you could watch matches to kind of get an idea for what your character does or what approach they might take in certain situations. You could do one or the other. If not, I would recommend both, if possible at all. And yeah, I think that moving on to trials gives a good idea for maybe day one combos, and watching matches kind of lets you observe what moves seem very good or very powerful. So we're going to go to the main menu and we're going to do, or at least look at, a couple of trials just to get an idea for some combos with the character. We don't have to learn anything too advanced, just enough to get our foot in the door, and we don't even really need to learn these combos either. You can just start playing with just your normals. Alright, so Poison came out in Volume 4 out of what it would seem like. Obviously, you guys can see we haven't done any trials for Poison, so let's do them. Alright, just like that, we have kind of a day one combo. Bam, nice. Alright, there we go.
One eternity later.
Alright, so I'm actually struggling a bit with this combo, and I wanted to tell you guys that something you can do is take the combos in front of you and kind of water them down a bit. So we're gonna go into training mode and kind of take this combo and make it a bit more day one friendly.
Nope.
We didn't really get time to practice it, but it's okay. We're gonna go into our first match and see what we can do. We're fighting a Chun. Obviously, we're just gonna try our best to keep her out, essentially. Nothing too special. We don't have any invincible reversals, so we have to do everything naturally.
Their main character.
Oh, they're using their main. Okay, and they're super bronze as well. Little bit scary, but obviously we don't even really need to win. It'd be very cool if we did win, but just doing our best and trying to learn as we play is what's important.
Can't start the show without a star, right? Want to see my kung fu? I'll show you.
Okay.
Round one. Fight.
Hit it! Keep talking! Keep talking!
Nice jump in. Grab. Nice, nice. I dead? Nice, 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 nice. Alright, we didn't do too bad first round. Let's see if we can adapt it all and figure out something.
Don't hold a grudge, okay?
Round two. Fight.
Keep talking! Keep talking! This way!
Nice jumping.
Get ready! Keep talking! Hamstring! Get ready!
There we go. Took the round. Doing a better job at controlling the space. Need to anti her a bit more. And just observing things that we need to do more is important.
Fight.
Jump in.
Keep talking! Nice try!
Save. Oh, nice cross up. Nice throw. Oh, the jump in. Am I dead? Not dead. Let's go! Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
You win.
Meaty sweep, let's go. See guys, I'm not even doing anything special, and I'm able to catch a win against this person who's using their main with the character I just picked up now.
Round one.
Very simple concepts can be broken down, and it's up to you to do a good job of using them. Nice jump in. Nice, nice. Got hit.
Nice try. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Damn, I tried to anti-air. Oh, the cross up. I think I'm. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright, see if we can adjust a bit.
Round 2. Fight.
Nice jumping. Shimmy throw. Meaty. It's all about the meaties.
Come back soon.
Final round. Fight.
Keep talking.
Should have backdash there. Damn, the range. Let's go! Don't fucking talk to me, fella. Oh god, it feels good. It feels so good to be a gangster. Oh, that was really fun, and I just learned a very basic version of a new character, and I managed to beat my opponent with their main, who is a rank higher than me. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys found this video somewhat useful in some way, shape, or fashion. Failed to send match results to server. Alright, for sure. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more, check out the rest of the channel. In the description, there's links to not just my channel, but my friends' channels as well. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace.